guys love it when you apply for something and it says, congratulations, you're approved? Ooh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Well, I'm gonna tell you. First, I wanna say, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I am Skinique. And I just wanna thank you all for just all your comments, your feedback, your personal emails. And I'm getting back in the hang of this thing. So I just really appreciate you all and your feedback and just your encouragement. So thank you. Well, have you ever tried to apply for credit and didn't get approved? So, as you know from my last video, I was talking to you about what I've been doing throughout this pandemic to build my credit. And there were a couple cards that I applied for, and if you saw in the thumbnail, I actually was showing you the discoverit card and the Credit One, which is an unsecured card. So during the pandemic, I decided that I was going to start working on my credit. So the first thing that I did is I requested a copy of my credit report from all 3 credit bureaus. So that was from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And it's free, so you can get one once a year. I know with, I believe you can actually see your report like every week. You can go to annualfreecreditreport.com, or I'll put that information. But I want to talk to you about when I started my journey with rebuilding credit. So it was actually on April 17th to be exact, and I'm working on my computer. So I thought I would just take a few minutes this afternoon. It's gonna be a very short video to talk to you a little bit about my experience and what I think about both discoverit and the Credit One Visa unsecured card. And just so you know, the discoverit, it is a secured card. So one is secure, the other is unsecured. And I did my research because I really did not want to pay a high membership fee or annual fee just to have their card. And I wanted to also make sure that if I were to get a secured card, that once my credit improved and I wanted to move over to a unsecured card, that closing the secured card would not hurt me. Because you know that, well, if you don't know, but as you're building your credit, you want to make sure that you kind of keep your accounts open because of that length of credit history. And when you start to close accounts down, depending on, whether or not they're negative, derogatory, or if you're just working on removing some things, you can close some accounts and it can actually hurt you. So you just want to make sure if it's something that you're going to do, that it's going to work in your favor and help you. So going back to Credit One, I had applied for the application, and I think I was just online looking at different cards. And because I had not applied for a unsecured card for quite some time, I was really leery on whether or not I would get approved. But I went to Credit One Bank, and as you can see in the picture, it says, congratulations, you're approved. Confirmation and information about next steps. And because the process was so easy, I really didn't believe it. I was like, I'm not gonna believe it until I actually get a card. And so it was about 2 weeks later, I did get my card, and here it is. So it is my Platinum unsecured credit card. So I've been with Credit One for 3 months now, and I wanted to know not only my due date, but also my statement date. And I wanted to find out the tips and tricks as far as increasing my FICO score as much as possible, especially with it being a new account. So I'm gonna share a couple things with you that's gonna help you if you're in my situation, or if you know someone who is in my situation or who has experienced something similar, that I hope this helps. And if you have some extra information, please leave your comments below. Don't hesitate to share. That's why we're here. We're gonna build and grow together, okay? Because you're helping me, I'm helping you, we help each other, and we make big moves, right? Okay, so in the 3 months, I wanted to really work on building my credit, and I called the company. Customer service was wonderful, and I asked them, when is my statement date? Now, you guys, there's a difference between your minimum payment due date and your statement date. The statement date is actually when they report to the credit bureaus. So it can be kind of confusing, and on another video I'll explain it to you. But what I did is I definitely make sure that I make my minimum payment. I usually make about 2 or 3 payments in a month, but when that statement date comes out, I always want to make sure that my utilization rate is below 30%. Now, with it being a new card, ideally I want to keep it like around 9 or 10% with the utilization or the overall balance of the account. Okay. So to kind of help you understand what I mean by making sure that your balance is below 30% so that you can increase your score on your credit report with the credit bureaus, we're gonna start with a small number, okay? So let's say that you have a credit limit of $300 and you use it. Again, you want to be responsible with your credit. So let's say that your payment is due on the 28th of the month and the minimum due is $30, but your statement date ends on the 4th of the following month. On that statement date, don't wait until the date. Try to pay, a day or two before the statement date so that you know that when it reports, it's going to report that lower balance. And so that's going to tie into my Discover card. And I love this card. I'm going to tell you guys, when it comes to looking for a secured card, you can go to some of your banks, some of your credit unions. And I tried that. I just did not feel like that was the route to go. You have some places like some of the payday loans in your area, they might offer a Visa debit card where you can use it as a secured card, but honestly, there's just really no benefit to me in that. And so what I really enjoy about the discoverit card, and I shared this in my video before when I was talking about adding New Coast Direct and my Jewelers Club, is with the discoverit card, even though it's secured, give it some time, and I'm sure within 7 months to a year, maybe a little bit after a year, everyone's situation is different. They will actually convert your secured card into a unsecured card. They'll mail you the deposit amount that you put in to open your account, and then they will have your card unsecured. It'll be the same account number, so you don't have to worry about closing down one card and then opening up another card or another account. And I really, really appreciate that. What I would like to share with you, when I first got my card, it came in a little envelope like this. And of course, you get all the statement information that's going to let you know about the interest, your security agreement, your everyday purchases and how they got easier, and you get to know a little bit more about your Discover card. And what I really appreciate is you earn and they match. So you receive a 2% match on certain purchases that you make, but you can also get 5%. And I contacted the company and I asked them, I said, I'm going through my information and I don't really see where I'm getting 5%. And I really, really appreciate customer service because they're patient. You can ask them a lot of questions and they do not sound as if they're like trying to rush you off the phone. So I called and the representative had explained to me that with this being a new account, that I can definitely qualify for the 5%, but I have to wait until my first billing cycle and then call back. So after the 30 days, I am gonna call back and ask them to switch me over so that I can enjoy that 5% cash back. And I believe they match up to $1,000 in your first year, which is amazing. So that's another wonderful thing about it being a secured card, because a lot of companies don't offer that. The other thing that I thought was really cool is I have 3 kids, and my youngest son just recently graduated from high school. Woo-hoo! And so he's working on building credit. He doesn't have credit because he just got out of high school. So what I did is I was like, well, I wonder, first I was like, maybe he can get a secured card and we can work on building. And then I was thinking, well, he's never had credit before. So I actually referred him to Discover. The representative was really, really helpful. He was a student, and so he actually qualified for the student unsecured. Discover card, and he got approved for $500. So everyone's situation is different, but just keep in mind that as you go through your experiences, if it's something that you want to share with other people, definitely send them to Discover. Discover just seems like a wonderful company that really wants to work with you and to help you along the way. So, I'm not gonna keep this very long. I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of go over the options with the cards. And what really prompted me is I got this email today, and what the email said is, congrats on your new card. Now, I got my card in July, so they haven't reported a balance because I'm still within my 30 days. However, they did report to the credit bureaus that I opened the card, and they actually reported my secured available credit limit, which is $200. And that helped my credit utilization rate to go down. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't even used the card yet, and my $200 is included in the rest of the credit that I have, and it brought my utilization rate. So I was so excited to see that. So when I went to my email from Credit Karma, it says, let's talk about your new card. So that's a really good way to kind of monitor what's going on with your credit, and without getting a hard pull, because when you do go to Credit Karma, it's a soft pull, but it doesn't hurt. So it's not like an inquiry or anything. So I had shared with you all in my last video that when I started my journey, that my credit score was like mid 500s, kind of high 500s. So you can look and see, I still need work, okay? I am a work in progress, but it's good to see the small progress along the way. So as you can see, as of August 2nd, my score went up by 48 points, and that's with Equifax. And with TransUnion, it went up a few points, and it's now reporting at 602. So I think just in the last few
months of actually really paying attention to what's on my credit and really working towards making a change is really showing improvement. So it still has not reported the new Coast Direct and the My Jewelers Club. So it's only going to get better, and I'm really excited. But I just wanted to share with you all, the different options that you have between the Credit One, which is a unsecured, or the discoverit, which is secured based on the deposit that you decided you want to put down, or you can get the unsecured. And what I also like about it is you can choose the design that you want on your card. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, comments, any ideas, because I am, again, a work in progress, working on getting better, please definitely leave your comments below. I also will leave my mailing address in the description, so if you'd like to send anything or share anything with me, please just do that. And I will also I'll also leave my link below if you're interested in opening up your own Discover credit card. Oh, the other thing is, you can actually see what you pre-qualify for before they actually do a hard pull. So that's actually what I did with my son, because I didn't want him to have hard inquiries if he wasn't, going to get approved. And the representative said, hey, you can just go to the site, see what you pre-qualify for, and then you can choose to do that. And so I just thought that was great. So I wanted to share that with you as well. So
just definitely come back. I'm going to have a lot more to share, and I am going to be talking about skincare. That is just my passion, and of course hair. But thank you so much for joining. Again, this is Skinique, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and share, and I will see you on the next video. Blessings to you. Be safe. Bye.